Hello, everybody. Hopefully, everything is all up and running. I think I've got my background sound and now. Here we go. A bit close to the edge. That's better. Hello, everybody. Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning, wherever you are. Nice to see the steam train. Some people saw earlier when I was on Steve's live stream. Oh gosh, no worries, Vera. Make sure you rest up. Hello, everybody. Here we go. So, yes, it is the Cute and Cozy book by Emily Lyda Hall Oberg. Apologies if I'm clearing my throat a bit tonight and I sound a bit funny. You know, when you've got one of those days where you feel like you've got, a frog in your throat and you just can't shift it. It's been like that on and off today. Sometimes it goes fine and then, yeah, it's just gone a bit funny. So I'll have a bit of my drink, see if that helps a little bit. But yes. Yep. One of those days. Everybody at work seems to have a cold, and I don't think I've got a cold, but yeah, I think it is affecting my throat a little bit. So, right, here we go. So, yep, this is an uncoloured book for me. Had it new for Christmas, and there is a lot of kind of quite Christmassy pages, but there is quite a few that are more just wintry and some that are more just cozy inside books. But the one that kind of drew my eye was this one, because it just kind of reminded me of my daughter going to the bookshops, buying even more books. She's got loads, but you can never have too many books in your to be read pile, can you? So, and I must admit, we kind of enable her as well, because we're like, oh, if she gets one, we'll go, oh, look, I'm Vinted, see if anybody's selling the rest for that set. So I thought to try and make this look a bit less Christmassy, because obviously there is the wreath and things. I thought I'm going to go for like peachy pinky kind of colours and see how that goes. So might actually start with the wreath bits, because I can kind of picture how I want them, but I might kind of scribble on a bit of paper. If I can find a bit of paper on my desk. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Let's get a bit of scrap paper together and just pick. I'm thinking maybe about 3 colours for the wreath bit. So I don't really want them because they're all a bit brown. Well, I suppose there is a couple of pinks on there actually, isn't there? Right. How is everybody then? Did everybody have a good weekend? Did anybody catch much of the streams yesterday that everybody was doing? And they caught a little bits here and there because we were kind of in and out yesterday, and then we sat doing quite a bit of kind of stuff for holiday in the afternoon. So, and they caught a little bit, but I'll try and catch up. Can watch the VODs back. I don't want a bright pink. I want it kind of muted. So I might try that tea rose with that rose pink, which I might actually use rose pink for like the ribbon bit possibly. So I've got tea rose. Try that light orange. Like I said, I'll scribble them on this bit of paper and see how they all kind of go together. Because although I haven't left my swatches out in the daylight or anything, they have definitely changed colour. So sometimes when I, you know, look at my swatches, pick a colour and think, yeah, that'll look great, it doesn't quite turn out how I think it's going to. Try that shadow pink. We'll try those three, so there you go. There it is. Oh yeah, that's a cute page in the Eerie book. I can't remember which one it's in, but I know which one you mean, where there's like loads and loads of bookcases, and yeah, there's the bear, isn't there, on the ladder. Oh, what you mean, the Eerie one? I want to say it's one of the romantic country ones, I think, is it? That the bear page, I think. Right, I'm just going to scribble these down on a bit of paper, see how they go together, see if I'm going to use these or not. That kind of goes, doesn't it? And then I might maybe use this one. That might be a bit too pink. Right, I don't like that. That's a bit too pink from what I was picturing. Right, I'll try coral pink instead, see how that goes. Oh gosh, no, that's far too dark. That's what I mean, the swatches have definitely changed. Back to the drawing board again. Right, try this one. Ah, that's better. It's a deeper colour. I think that, I mean, I might use that one somewhere else, but I don't fancy using it on the ribbon. Actually, no, I might use that on the ribbon, but I might use that colour elsewhere. Right, let's go for it. Let's have a bit more of a drink though. Right, here we go. So, use these different colours. Oh, cute, good idea, Jess. Yeah, I haven't done my title pages or the book belongs to bits yet, so yeah, try and get those done at some point. Right, here we go. I'm just going to use these three colours, hopefully a bit randomly, along this bit and the wreath. I don't know how randomly I'll actually manage to make it, but we'll see. Not much, I think. It's quite hard to actually colour randomly because it's not actually all that random, is it, when you try not to overthink it, but you end up thinking. There we go. So if anybody's not seen yet, I did put a post out earlier, I'm going to be donating all of my February YouTube earnings to the, Just Giving fundraiser, because it would be really nice to support. Oh. Yeah, it'd be really nice to support such a great charity, because obviously, I mean, cancer in one way or another, you know, ends up affecting so many people, doesn't it? Whether it's you or your family, your friends. So if you're looking for channels to watch who are, you know, donating their money, because I know Spare Room Studios doing that as well, isn't she? So always just stick me on mute in the background or something if you know, when you're doing other stuff. Oh, I think this is the colour I haven't used yet. As you know, it was very inspired by, oh yeah, it's all right, this is the colour I haven't used yet. I didn't keep them separate, I put them all together, which was a bit daft, but there we go. Very inspired by everybody's streams yesterday. Nice to do a bit of something good in, you know, what can be a bit of a dark place at the minute. Nice to do. Nice to do something good, give something back. Oh, I quite like those colours. That's what I'd kind of pictured. Kind of springish. So I'll do the berries and the... just check what this one looks like. No, that's not what I wanted. Try this one. No, that's not it. Oh, pen earlier and I've put it back. I can't remember which one it was I liked. That one. Oh, this is annoying. Picked that colour, swatched it out, thought no I don't like it, but now I do like it, and I can't remember which one it was. Oh, wasn't that one, because that's the one I just tried. Was it this one? No, because that was that one, which was definitely too dark. Oh gosh, this is annoying. I think I remember what it's called, but now I can't find it. Ah, this might be it. It's not the same one, but I do quite like it. I don't remember which pen it was. Oh my goodness, my memory. Nope, not that one. It's really annoying. I looked at these swatches and thought, yes, it's that one. I know I can't find it. Right, we'll just go with this one because I like this one. Wasn't quite the one I planned, but there we go. Ah, that's good, Jess. Every little helps. When I messaged Piggy Pens, I was like, I don't think it'll raise much from me, but you know, every little helps, so. I managed to, when I donated yesterday, it let me use PayPal, so then I managed to do it that way, and that worked okay for me. It did keep crashing out though. It wasn't anything to do with the bank. I don't know whether it was just the YouTube app or what, but it took me a couple of attempts, but it wasn't even when I necessarily got to the payment page. I think it was just the YouTube app that was just like, no. Got there in the end. So yeah, I did like a personal, I guess, donation yesterday, and then I thought I'll donate my YouTube money. Right, to reuse some of these colours somewhere, so I might reuse that colour up on the edge bit on this shop side, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I always just use PayPal if it gives me the option of PayPal, because I know my PayPal logins, but when it asks for my card detail, I'm like, oh, I've got to go and find my bank card and then type everything in. Right. Doing like I did last week, keep making you really wonky. This is quite a big book though. It's deceptive, this one. It is when you think, oh, it's a cute and cozy book, you kind of think it's going to be small, but I think it is about the same size as like a Kirby Roseanne's book, which is good that it's nice and big, but yeah, you don't necessarily expect it to be this size. So very glad that it is single-sided, because these would be very big spaces to try and colour with pencil, if not. What alcohol marker I can cope with. I have got scrap paper behind, although I don't really know how much is it going through. Oh yeah, it is going through that, but it's not actually really ended up much on the spare paper that I've got behind, but I will keep it there just in case. I don't want it to accidentally bleed through. Oh, how weird. You think, especially when it's just given, like, that would be quite a reputable, site to pay on. Oh, thank you. I'm quite pleased with these colours. Like I said, when I kind of found this page and I thought, yeah, it's my daughter, don't want to do it Christmassy. These aren't her favourite. I mean, her favourite colours are like teal and turquoise, but I thought that might be a bit too strong. But I might use that on some, maybe of the book covers, don't know, or maybe on some of the accessories on the mouse, perhaps. But I thought, yeah, just kind of picture these kind of spring. I mean, I know it's February, but more just kind of spring, Eastery sorts of colours. Rather than it being Christmas. I guess, I suppose in a way, a little bit like autumn kind of colours as well, I guess, aren't they? That's a good bit with this book. I mean, there is quite a few pages that have got like Christmas trees on and stuff that's, definitely Christmassy, but there is quite a few pages that are just wintry or cozy kind of pages, so hoping I can colour in this more than just in the winter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, quite often do a cute and cozy kind of page on a Monday night, although sometimes I do mix it up. I did a mini Marotta with pencils last week, so what I do quite like doing an alcohol marker on my live streams, because then we can usually get the page finished in one evening. Oh, how sad that somebody disliked it. Oh, they're miserable, aren't they? I mean, even if you don't like it, why would you click dislike? Like, it's quite clearly for charity. And it's not as if it's a charity that, you know, could offend anybody. I mean, I don't see as how any charity could really offend anybody, but definitely not that. Weird. There's obviously somebody's just a bit miserable out there, isn't there? Oh, that's a bit sad. No, I don't have any Deborah Muller books, actually. Just make you wonder if it's the same person, though. If with a few of you having one dislike, that, yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't the same person, because that seems like a bit of a weird coincidence, if not, doesn't it? Right, I'll use that colour for the door frame as well, I think. I suppose it is a bit like an alternative Valentine's palette. Not really thought of that, to be honest. Do you know what? I need to remember to get a husband a Valentine's Day card. We don't really do anything for Valentine's Day. We just get cards because, you know, we've been together for over 20 years now. And I always think it's, you know, it's a bit commercial, isn't it? It's a bit different when you're courting, but when you've been together for a long time, you don't need one day out of the year to show the person that you love them. But I would feel a bit weird not getting them a card, so we do cards. A little bit there. And a bit there. No idea what colour to do the door, so I'll come back to that one. Oh, maybe Jess. Well, yeah, I guess they could have done the wrong button, I guess. Right, I don't know what colour to do there. I know it looks like it's like glass panels, but I might just do it a colour, because, you know, you can't see any details inside, so I might colour it, and I might do like a bit of gold sparkle gel pen or something on the door handle. What I might do is use this same colour on the window frame. On my drink. It's definitely thirsty paper, this. You can tell it's really thick. I kind of like how it's on a little bit patchy though, because it looks like it's, you know, just how the paint is on the door. I'll do all this bit down here the same colour as well. Because I don't want it looking too busy. I might use that same pink I did up here on work out what bits. There's a line there, isn't there? Let's do it for this bit. That's that. I guess this little bit could be. So I'll do this over the door frame as well, actually. Need to keep remembering to slide the paper in, as it's such a big page. There, right. So, to do with yeah, I was just about to say, where do you mean? But yes, and literally, yeah, just as I've looked back, I've spotted what you mean. Yeah, there is. Let me get a black pen somewhere. Oh, that might be a bit too. How thick's that? Oh, it might be a similar thickness. Right. Just going to, because that's, and now I've noticed it. It's going to really annoy me. So we'll draw that in. Let it dry and then colour that. What is everybody up to at the minute? Is anybody else colouring, chilling? What are you up to? Yeah, it's funny that I'd literally just noticed that at the time that you said then, Kim. So I was just looking to see if I'd missed any bits, and then I thought, oh, it doesn't look quite right between there. I couldn't put my finger on it. And yeah, just as you said, I thought, yep, a little teeny, it's only like the tiniest little bit, isn't it? But yeah, let's colour that in, fix that. That looks better. Right, I could do with, I'm thinking the colour that I use for the background of that sign, I might use for like the wall bit. I don't know, I don't want to use any colour I've already got. So let's have a look and see what could go nicely. Alright, I've got my little scrap bit of paper. So I'll scribble it on that and see. So let's try this one. Well, I think that'll go quite nicely. So I'll go with, what's this? Antique fuchsia. So I'll go with that. So, no problem, it's a really big book. There we go. I'll do the sign first. Going up and down, I think will be easier with how big this sign is. You just have to bear with me. I won't be able to look at the chat for a bit till I finish this big bit, because I don't want any massive streaks in it. papers behind. Oh, right, I'll have a little drink before I carry on with that colour on the other bits and pieces. I don't want to be hot winter ribenas again. Oh, that sounds nice. Capybara page, Rita Berman. Hi Nikki, nothing wrong with lurking. Oh, you know what, organising can be good. Got to be in the mood for that, but when it's something you fancy doing, it can be very satisfying, can't it, getting all organised. Slide that along. Oh, nice. You know what? I love Magical Dawn, but not actually coloured in it very much. To be fair, I think I could probably say that for most of my Hannah Carlson books. I need more hours in the day. Or to win the lottery, and then I could just colour as much as I want and not have to work. That would also be nice. Oh gosh, yes, Kim. Especially if it's one that, I mean, it's not often it happens, but the odd time I've worked on something and left it for like ages and ages, which I haven't done for a good while now. And yeah, look on it and go, well, I obviously had a vision for the page, but then, you know, I haven't got a clue what it was, because you look at it and go, I don't know what I was thinking. Right. I'm going to do this edge here just the same colour, because I don't really know what this edge is, so I guess it's still part of the building, so I'll just do it the same colour, because there isn't a stripe that side, so I'll just leave it as that there, I think. I don't know whether to colour those as bushes or as snow. I mean, I'm assuming it's meant to be snow, because I guess they would be a bit of an odd shape for a bush. I guess I probably should colour those as snow, I guess. Oh, maybe you were a bit tired when you did it or something. I've done that before. Yeah, like the colour I've used, but then looked at it and gone, not quite finished that very well. Yeah, I don't know what other colours to. I say daughter's favourite colours are like teal and turquoise, but I just think that's going to clash a bit too much. She does like purples, so I might go for kind of not bright purples, but maybe some muted purples for like the head, you know, the scarf and the headband bit, I guess. Let's have a look. I don't actually know, Cynthia, if you can share pictures. honest, I don't think you can. I guess if you can, it'd probably just be where you click on the chat bit. It might let you add the picture there, but I want to guess probably not. Colour for the mouse, I'm wondering whether grey or like a really light, I'd say brown, but not really brown, like that eggshell white, so more, I guess, like a creamish colour, or maybe the sand colour. That might look pretty. The rest are a bit too orange or too brown. Yeah, I did think about grey. That probably would go a bit better, I guess. Yeah, cream or sand. I might leave the mouse for a bit, might do the other bits, because I think I kind of have an idea. So I've used the antique fuchsia. Let's try this deep lilac. So I probably want about 3 other colours. So don't mind them being deep, but I don't want them being like super bright purple. Just have a look there. Oh, that mauve shadow could work. Look for that one. Scribble that on here. Oh yeah, that looks quite nice. Maybe that pale lilac. Daft as it sounds, it might be a bit too pale though. Let's have a look. Oh no, I think those 3 go together. Right, I'll use those for the headscarf and the little headband bit. Oh, right. I do like my hot fruit juice, especially when my throat, like I said, my throat's not sore, it just doesn't feel quite right. Here we go. Right. That's one colour. I think I run on caffeine. I don't know whether it's being a teacher or being a mum or my age, but I definitely can't cope without my caffeine. I think this was the other colour I haven't used yet. Yep. That's quite pretty colours. I don't know what colour to do their clothes though. I might reuse one of these colours though for. Actually, then they've got shoes. Yeah, they look like they've got shoes on rather than just mouse feet, or at least now they've got shoes on. colours for the outfit. So we'll probably do one for like the coat. Probably could reuse a couple of those colours actually for the trousers. Let's do that so we're not adding too many more colours in. I feel like they've got like the snow clothes on, I guess, so it's not unreasonable to think their bottom half would be matching in. And they've got some like nice cozy trousers from the same shop that they got their knitwear from, I guess. A bit more creative. There's definitely a lot of scope for adding patterns to the clothes, but I can never be bothered with that. Oh, he snowed in again. Yeah, it looks. You're in. I think, did I say earlier? Did you say you were in Michigan, Kim? Or was that somebody else in chat? I can't remember. Alright, another. Oh, that currant could work. Let's just check how dark that is in case my swatch has faded a lot. It's a bit darker than I'd like. Let's see what other colours I haven't used. Let's try this one. Try the mauve. Oh, I quite like that one. That one will go. Yeah, you've got it rough there at the minute, haven't you, with all that snow? Oh gosh. Flooding where you are. Oh dear. Yeah, hopefully weather improves for everybody, wherever you are. Less rain, less snow, more warmth, but not too warm. Right now we're in February, it'll hopefully will gradually improve, won't it? A few minutes each day, more light. Yes, that's part of that book. Right, I think that's all the mouse's clothes done. Right, I might use. This looks like a shelf inside, so I might use the same colour there. And this bit I'll use the same. Whatever colour I decide to do there, I'll probably do in those bits. I'm not too sure. I'm thinking I might use the colours that were on the wreath and the garland, possibly in the books, along with a couple of these purples maybe. Oh. Yeah, it's not been good down in Devon, has it? Or hopefully, if it gets above freezing, then I mean, I suppose it's going to take a while for your snow to snow to go though, isn't it? But at least it'll start to feel a bit better, I guess. Well, this is a very coordinated shop. And they've got books the same colour as their decorations. Quite often now they're in bookshops and you see them and they've got such pretty covers. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Oh, yeah, that's another problem as well, isn't it? When it's cold, there's not really much point in getting your car cleaned, I guess. I don't know if that's a book there, but I'm going to make that bit like a book, I guess. And what's this one? And this one for the others. Oh gosh, that's not good, Kim. Ooh. And that's not too bad to get fixed. I might add some gold detail to some of these book covers just for a bit of bling, I think. I'll do it in the little sections rather than the big bits. Right. Do the colour for the actual pages as well, I guess. A bit too yellow. Let's just try. No, that's too yellow. That's not creamy enough. I've got. Yeah, I'll use my one ivory Winsor & Newton Pro marker, so I'm going to use that for the pages. I feel like that's the best colour. I just don't want to leave them white. But I think you'd have fun visiting the UK if you ever come over. Oh, anytime's good. Oh gosh, 14 inches of snow. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. I mean, over here we have 3 inches and we can't get anything done because we're not geared up for the snow. If it happened more regularly, then obviously we'd all be a bit more prepared and have, get the stuff you need for keeping clear and that. But because it just doesn't actually snow that often here, and if it does, it's normally just the tiniest little bit and then it rains. Do you know what? I've always just assumed that people get what my name, the joke that Polly puts the colour on, as in Polly puts the kettle on. But Polly put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. I just always, obviously it is a very British thing, I guess, isn't it? But yeah, I don't think, yeah, people probably don't get the joke. They probably just think, you know, take it on the face value of my name's Polly and I put colour on, which is obviously true. But yeah, I do wonder if anybody actually gets the kind of the pun, the joke behind my name. Yeah, it's obviously a very British thing, which, yeah, I've always just assumed people would get, but yeah, you're probably right, and people don't. Yeah, it's quite an old-fashioned one. But yeah, it is like it. Polly puts the, what is it? Polly put the kettle on. Polly put the kettle on. Polly put the kettle on. We'll all have tea. Suki take it off again. Suki take it. It's very boring and very long. Not a lot happens, but somebody puts the kettle on, called Polly, and then somebody takes it off. Like, not a lot happens, but yeah, when I was trying to come up with a name for my channel, I kind of asked like ChatGPT, and that came up with some utterly ridiculous suggestions. And what was one of them? Polly's Colouring Chronicles. I was like, well, that sounds very dramatic. And there's all sorts of like either really boring ones or just really bizarre ones. And then asked husband and daughter, and I think it was my husband who suggested it, and I was like, yes, I like it, because I do always put the kettle on. And quite often he'll be like, Polly, can you put the kettle on? I'll be like, yeah, okay. So, yeah. That would be very different Hannibal Lecter movie. Oh, that's made me chuckle. Yeah, I do quite often put the kettle on. Oh, that's funny. That's made me chuckle about the putting the lotion on. That's very different. Right, still don't. I'm gonna go for, I think, a light grey. I think for the most. I think. Or do I use the brownish? Tell you what, I'm gonna pick a couple of colours. I'll put it on the edge of the paper, and then I'll hold it against and see which are the ones I was thinking of earlier. There's that sand white. See my random light. Forever I have bits of paper knocking around on my desk with random bits. Right, that's one. Well, I don't really like that. I think that makes the mouse look like it's a bit ill. Maybe won't do that one. Which one's that? Sand white. Try the deep cream. Oh, no, don't like that colour. Definitely not that one. Go for sand. Or do try a grey. Let's do a bit of the sand. That's nice. I'll have a look at the greys. I don't want too dark a grey though. I'll try that cool grey too. Right, let's see. I don't like that one. I'll cross that one out. I've got so many pens next to me. Let's shift them out the way. Oh yes, little teapot. That is also a classic. So it does have the little dance as well. By what tea I'm drinking, pretty much the same one, to be fair. We normally have oh gosh, what do we have? PG Tips. Is it PG Tips or Tatley? Oh gosh, I can't remember what it says on the packet now. PG Tips. I'm sure it's PG Tips we normally have. Always that tea. I do have different coffees. I did actually have a coffee earlier. That was a Starbucks blonde one, I think, that I got when I was on holiday. And I've also got another hot drink on the go, but that's a hot Ribena, which is like hot blackcurrant juice. Oh, I've not seen that scary movie one. Yeah, it's not often I have a flavoured tea. Normally it's just bog standard British tea. Right, I don't know what colour to go for. Now we go for the grey. I guess that goes nicely with the clothes. And I've got that brown. Don't think I like that one. I think that one makes the mouse look a bit ill. So I think either not the cream, the grey, or that more brown one. What do we think? I don't know which one looks better. Grey does go quite nicely with the outfit, doesn't it? And I guess it wouldn't clash with anything. I might go for the grey, I think. Oh, yeah, let's go for the grey. Oh, I've never tried chai tea or red bush. Grey, it goes quite nicely, doesn't it? Right. And then I'll pause. It's not actually that much mouse to colour, I guess, is there? Right, need a pink. Oh yeah, first thing in the morning. Don't even normally have coffee. It has to just be tea very first thing. I always fancy a cup of tea, but I kind of have to be in the mood for a coffee. Right, try and pick a pink for the nose and the ears. Needs to be from one of these, I think. Let's have a look. Just go for the pink. Right. Oh, that is not the mouse done. It's quite an important part of the mouse. I nearly forgot that. Let's do the tail before I forget which colour I was using. That's better. Oh wow, that's cool. I like the name as well. D&T, that's cool. That is such a clever name. Right, I need to choose a colour for inside, but I feel like I don't want much of a colour. It needs a bit of something, doesn't it? Not grey, because that'll be too... I did a cool, very, very light grey, but maybe not. I guess I could do pastel. Let's see how dark the pastel peach actually is. Oh, that could maybe work actually. Yeah, I'll go for that. Oh, that's funny, Jess. You have coffee and then tea for the rest of the day. I'm quite often the other way around. Oh yeah, I prefer, like, I do quite often have flavoured coffee or a latte rather than just a bog standard coffee like we normally get while we're away. I'll get like the ground coffee that you can do in like the, you know, the cafetières. I get a few bags of different ones while we're away. We have a much better choice in the States than over here. So I've got all sorts of different Starbucks, and I can't think what other brands I've got lurking. I picked quite a few different ones up that were on offer. I have my little Tassimo coffee machine as well. That's where I do like my lattes then when I fancy a latte. And nice and easy, you put the little pods in and click the button and it does it. A bit like, I guess in America you have the is it Keurigs? It begins with a K, doesn't it? We've had a few of those in the Airbnbs we've stayed at. We've been away. I'm always quite excited if we book an Airbnb that's got a nice coffee machine. Definitely much bigger coffee drinkers in the States than over here. Although to be fair, we do have a lot of coffee shops over here now, but ooh, cinnamon sticks and tea, that sounds nice. Oh, okay, so that one's similar to regular tea, but caffeine free. Although, to be fair, I mean, I need the caffeine, so caffeine free would be no good for me. Right. Good chunk done now. Now, I wouldn't necessarily bother colouring around the outside of the shop, but there's the border. So I feel like it'll look a little bit weird if I don't colour it, but there's no ground. So I'm going to draw one in. Just try and work out how high up. Is this the chunkiest? Ah, no, I'm all right. This save me measuring. If I just use my tuck that in properly, there we go. Try and use my one that's already chunky. I'll line it up properly at the bottom. I won't have to measure then. So I need to make sure it's flat there. Right, I don't know if that's going to be too high up now. I'll do it in pencil. It might be too high. Got a pencil on my desk somewhere. Where's it got to? Oh, here's one. Do it really like that. Feel. Oh, I suppose that's not too high. Let's go for that. Those back of my pen pots out of the way. Put that in. Ooh, I've drawn quite a few lines in on this page now. We've fixed that little bit down there, and now I've added like a bit of a line for the ground. So I guess I need a colour for the sky and something for the ground. Oh gosh, how many different accents in English? A lot, I guess. A lot of places are kind of relatively nondescript, I suppose. unless you're local, and then you'd pick out somebody who wasn't from there. But then there is a few that are like really quite strong, like the Liverpool accent. Birmingham's kind of quite particular, I'd say. London, you know, there's a few other places. I'm originally from somewhere called Stoke-on-Trent, and it's not exactly a Liverpudlian accent, but there's certain bits that we've got a bit of a twang to, and we tend to go with an oo rather than an o, so like a book rather than a book. So I had to like stop doing that when I moved this way, to make sure that when I was teaching at school that I was pronouncing it, you know, how the children pronounce it rather than how I would naturally pronounce it, if that makes sense. Which is always fun when I'm teaching phonics, and then I'm there thinking like, how am I meant to say this word? Thankfully it's not too many words that happens with, but there's just the odd thing that I'm like, what do I say? How am I meant to say this? Right, now I kind of want a blue for the sky, but I don't want too blue because that'll clash. So I think I'm going to go for that blue grey. And hopefully that'll go. If I can find it. Maybe I can't find it. Where on earth is it gone? That's not it. It's in here somewhere. Oh gosh, I literally can't find it in my bag of markers. Where has he got to? I obviously put it back in the wrong section. There it is. I've not put it back with the blues, I've put it back with the greys. That's why I couldn't see it. Yeah, I have a bit of a twang every so often, especially if I'm tired. It tends to come out a bit more. Yes, yeah, I'm a teacher. Yeah, there's certain words. Don't do it now because like I've trained myself to, you know, say it properly, as my husband would say, because he's more from Derbyshire, which is where we live now. But from, you know, where I used to, you know, where I grew up, it was more book, cook, a buzz rather than a bus. There's little quirks for most parts of the UK, I'd say, like just little bits and pieces that people say a particular way, or phrases that people use. And you can really tell, even though we're quite a small country, you know, you can still really tell where people are from. Work my way up here. Like a bit of a cold grey day, but I guess the mouse looks like they're wrapped up warm, so I guess that works. Is it looking too sunny and warm, I guess? Just a bit boring doing this bit. Change a different angle a bit on this bit. Right. I wonder how much longer it'll be before some of my markers are running out. I got these ones for my birthday, I think last year. They're lasting well, but I've had a lot of use out of them. I do wonder when some will start running out. Need to make sure I start and save some money for replacements when I need to. Oh. Oh, I apologise for keep coughing. Just can't shift this little tickle in my throat tonight. Maybe drink once I've done. Right, I'll drink now I've done that bit. Oh. Oh yeah, we do get a lot of rain, although quite often it is just more drizzle. It's not exactly torrential all that often. It just ends up being a bit meh. Right, I know what colour to go for the floor. Might go for a grey, I guess, so it looks like the pavement. I don't want too dark, but I want a bit darker than the mouse, I guess. I'm going to try that red grey. That might look nice. We have a fair amount of stores, not... I think depending on what you're after, they probably are better in America, and certainly bigger in America than we have over here. And you have definitely much better art stores than we have. We don't. We've got like a couple of art shops, but they, you know, they don't stock all that much, and they're not all that big. You definitely have much better choice over in America. That's why I normally make sure I've got plenty of space in my suitcase so I can bring bits and pieces back with me. Right, getting there now. Normally I'd go back in with the same colour markers and add a simple bit of shading, but I think because a lot of the colours are relatively similar, I can't be bothered, to be honest, with working out which colour I've used where. So I'm probably just not going to bother adding any shading to this, but I will add a bit of glittered gel pen. Oh gosh, it was just January. January, Jess. It just rained, didn't it? It was rubbish. No, we don't have Blick. We kind of have Walmart, but like, we do have big supermarkets. But even so, they're still not on the scale that you have over there. But yeah, our art shops, we have Cass Art, which stocks some bits, but we don't have that many of them. And there's one called Hobbycraft, but they more just have like set craft kits for kids. They stock a few bits for adults, but not even all that much, to be honest. And we've got different bookshops and some other shops that happen to sell pens and things, but yeah, we don't really have any big art shops. We haven't got Blick or like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, things like that. We don't have anything remotely like that. Right, I'm going to go for a bit of gold on add it to some of the bits on the books, I think. Get a bit of sparkle. Imagine this shop sells like special editions or something, so it's got some nice sparkly books. And that's my daughter who's just been and bought herself some nice new books. It's quite funny though, because she's a really good reader. They're like really good. So she's starting, you know, she's 13 later on this year, but obviously currently she is only 12. So she keeps looking at like the teenage fiction, kind of, you know, young adulty ones. Well, I'm having to like Google to check, you know, that the contents are okay and that it's not too adult. And I can't think what shop we were in, and I'd gone looking. It's when we were in the works and I was getting that new Lulu Mayo one. So I'd left her looking with husband. And then he was like, yeah, you can get that book. And I was like, have you read the back cover? We looked it up and he was like, no. Straight away looked to the back cover. I was like, it says spicy on the back. So I had a quick flick through and I was like, yeah, no, she can't have that. She was stood there like, oh. She'd seen it. She was just hoping that she could slip it past us. Which, had I not looked at it, she would have got away with it. Little monkey. I was like, nice. Oh, I'm guessing my mic's run out of charge. Must have accidentally turned it off. Let's see if that works. Yeah, literally just as Jess said. Yeah, price is pretty, not too bad. Quite often things are on offer as well, so that's all right. But yeah, Prismas. Oh, yeah, Prismas do cost a lot more here. Right, only thing I've really got then is the snow, and I'm thinking just shift my, just need to shift, oh dear, everything's rolling off my desk now. All right, just shift my bag of markers out the way. I'm gonna find my stickles. and I'm going to add a little bit of stick. Right, I've just swapped to my other microphone. I thought I'd charge that one up, but I guess not. All the battery's just not held very well tonight. Right, what was I saying? Stickles. So I've got a right random assortment of stickles because most of them I got secondhand off eBay. So I've got lots that are all just literally identical or very similar. So I'm just going to use this picket fence one. And I'll do my very technical. In fact, actually, let me do my white gel pen first before I forget, because I don't want to accidentally lean on the white gel pen. On my white gel pen. So normally I'd go in and add a bit of shading with the same coloured marker, but so much of it all looks the same, I don't think I could remember which colour I used where, so I can't be bothered with keeping swatching it out if I'm being honest. I like how it's looking, so we'll go with it. Here we go. Right, and a little bit here. A bit there. I'll probably do, to be honest, for white gel pen, I think. No, I think Blick's only certain places in America as far as I'm aware. I've certainly been to a Blick's and I've been on holiday in America. Right, hopefully this isn't, oh, I was literally just about to say hopefully this hasn't dried out and it's going to squirt out okay, and it's done a nice big splodge. So let's smush it about, very technical. And smooth it out a little bit as best I can. I use the spout a little bit there to get to the edge. And smush it around there. Right. Try not do too big of a bit here. That's better. So odd, sometimes the stickles are really hard to squirt out the bottle, aren't they? And this one's not as dried up as I thought. There we go. Right, I'll just clean my finger off. There we go. Right, and that's the stickles. Cool. So I'm going to call that page done, I reckon. I quite like that. You can kind of see, I'll be able to see the sparkle a bit better, I guess, once it's dry. So I'm thinking next week what we'll do is a page out of this book. I haven't picked one yet, but I will have a look through and choose a page, and then you'll be able to see which one I go for. I mean, I could just go for the very first page that I haven't coloured, which is that one, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling that page. We'll see. We'll see. I'll choose a page. So next week we will colour in that one. Sorry, I don't want to accidentally smudge the stickles. So we'll colour in that one next week. So I would like to get a page done in that. Obviously, like I said earlier on, I am going to be donating my ad revenue for this month. So I know a few other people are. So, you know, if you want to stick my videos on in the background, rewatch old things, it'll obviously help. I'll be able to donate more money. Like that number thumb pants, that's a cool name. And apologies for having to cough so much tonight as well. And what's up with my throat? Hopefully by next week that'll be all better. Hey, that was good timing. You're all done organising. It means you can enjoy, you know, hopefully. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Really chuffed with how this page has turned out. I think it's turned out quite pretty. Yes, hopefully not. I think pretty much everybody at work has got a cold at the minute, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not caught it too, but I'm just hoping I can dodge it, and this is just unrelated and just perhaps overuse of my voice rather than actual illness. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I do work in a germ factory. There's a reason I'm constantly putting hand gel on my hands, in the vague hope that that helps. I mean, I think it does help, because you can tell the people at work who do use hand gel a lot, people who don't, like those of us that are constantly putting hand gel on, we do get ill a little bit less than the other people. But even so, the kids sometimes just cough right in your face, so no amount of hand gel can, you know, protect you from that, can it? But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me, and you know, thank you to everybody who did all streams yesterday. Did a really good job, and hopefully I'll catch up on those this week for everybody who did, you know, took part in the live stream yesterday. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Take care, and I'll hopefully catch you next week.